Well, hi, and welcome to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection since 1991. My name is Pete Connor, and I want to welcome you to today's show, May 15th, Monday, where we're going to have a full segment, two segments actually, of visiting with 25 and 30-year teacher honorees from the Owatonna Public Schools. Something that happens annually, and it's good to give people who've been in the classroom that long that kind of recognition. As a reminder, we always want to know what you think about Owatonna today and who you might like to see as a person who might need some recognition, or there's an event that you're aware of that could use some publicity. Why don't you give us a ring at 390-5751 or log on to Owatonna Today at charter.net and let us know about that. Now we're going to take a quick break for some messages from our sponsors, and we will be right back. So please stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Brenda with the Mortgage Office of Brenda Bednar, aligned with American Mortgage and Equity Consultants, where closings feel right from the beginning. I'm a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress. Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you in mind in everything we do. Owatonna Public Utilities.
Hi, this is Nick Paler from Turtle Creek Nursery and Landscaping. Come see our wide variety of plants. Proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection, and we are here with the 25 and 30-year teachers from the Owatonna Education Association. And welcome to the Owatonna Today Show. And please tell us who you are and what you teach.
I'm Michelle Ingvaldson, and I teach French and Spanish.
Wow, okay. And Michelle, how many years have you taught here in Owatonna?
This is my 25th year in Owatonna. I started my career here part-time teaching French and gradually moved on and added Spanish to the repertoire, and so now I teach them both.
So you've been primarily a language teacher then?
My whole career.
Your whole career, wow. What made you get started in teaching?
I have wanted to be a teacher since I was yay high. I used to play with my great-grandmother, and we would play teacher, and I would teach my great-grandmother, and when I was about 5 years old, she called me by my first name, and I said, no, that would be Mrs. Hilker. So, from the very time I was little, I was always playing school.
So, and why specifically languages?
I loved French. My oldest sister took French in high school, and when she started it, I always admired her, and so I decided I liked French, and I tried to teach myself French when I was in elementary school, so I knew I wanted to do French.
Oh, boy.
And then I needed a second major. You couldn't just do one, so I thought, Spanish is like French.
All right.
So
terrific. So what have the rewards been for you for the past 25 years?
The rewards have been the kids. I've traveled with kids to France and Spain and Costa Rica.
Oh, you're a brave lady.
14 times, I think it is.
Oh, wow.
And it is just so much fun to see them come alive with the language, to see that it really works, that we're not just teaching them some gibberish, that they can actually communicate with native speakers and understand. And it's just so much fun to see growth.
And these trips that you take with them really kind of helps make the language come alive for them.
Exactly.
Wow.
And it makes it all worthwhile. I've even had one marry a person that he met over in Spain. We've had several that keep going back and forth and are still friends to this day.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for spending some time with us, and thank you so much for your years of service to the children of Owatonna.
My pleasure.
Okay. And we are now here with a dynamic duo here. Please introduce yourselves.
I am Jody DeCam.
Okay. And your cohort there is?
Hi, I'm Marcia Dinsey.
All right. We're going to start with Jody first. Jody, tell us, how long have you been teaching here at the Owatonna Public Schools?
I have been here for 25 years, 10 years at McKinley teaching first grade, the remaining teaching fourth grade at both Washington and Lincoln.
Wow, okay. So you've stayed in the elementary school. How did you get started with teaching?
Just something I always thought I would go into. I started out in college thinking I was going to do child psychology and realized that maybe I liked a broader view of it and that maybe elementary education was for me.
Okay. And what have the rewards been being an elementary school teacher?
There are so many. In addition to just knowing so many families in the community, I would say just that every day is different. You feel like you make a difference every day in some capacity, even the most challenging days. Just knowing this many children and just being a part of giving back to an educational system that has done so much for us.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to throw a looper at you. What have you learned for the past 25 years teaching?
That I don't know everything, and that there are some real challenging times that kids go through, and you wish you could just take some of them home with you sometimes. And you just try to get them through things the best you can.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your years of, all the years that you've given to the children of Owatonna, and now your cohort here. How many years have you been teaching?
I have also been teaching 25 years.
Did you start together did you room together when you first came? No.
We actually have taught together, yes, at McKinley School.
We started at the same time.
Yes,
Okay.
we did.
And what grades have you taught?
I have taught 4th grade and 3rd grade and 1st grade. 13 of those years were at McKinley Elementary in Owatonna, and the remainder have been at Wilson Elementary here in Owatonna as well.
Okay. Did you have a favorite grade level that you taught?
You know, at the time I was teaching each of those grade levels, I thought that was my favorite grade level. But when you move on to different grade levels, there's just something new and refreshing and exciting about every grade level. So I guess I don't have a favorite.
So obviously quite enthusiastic about your job.
Yes.
Why did you decide to become a teacher?
I guess probably I've always had a love for children, and I actually went to school right here in Owatonna as well. Grew up in Owatonna, and when I was in 3rd grade at Wilson Elementary School, I had a teacher by the name of Mrs. Whiteside.
Oh,
and
I
just
remember Nancy.
Yes, she really inspired me, and I thought, you know, I'm going to do that someday. And I always think, okay, how ironic is that now I'm teaching 3rd grade at Wilson Elementary School, where that love first started for me as well.
Amazing. So what are the rewards of teaching? We kind of know what the challenges can be. What have the rewards been for you?
I think being able to make a difference in a child's life. As Jody mentioned, our kiddos nowadays, they go through so many different daily challenges, and if you can be that one little highlight in their life where they're looking forward to coming to school, they know they're safe, they know they're secure, they know they're going to have fun, and just to know that you've had a part of teaching that child and touching their lives, it means everything.
Wow, that's amazing. So, ladies, thank you so much. A combined 50 years experience here for the children of Owatonna. And we thank you so much for your service, and we look forward to you doing an excellent job in the years ahead.
Thank you.
And we're now here with almost a century worth of teaching experience here with John and Amy and Julie. So welcome to the Owatonna Today Show.
Thank you.
John, we're going to start with you. Please tell us, obviously, you've been a teacher for 30 years here in Owatonna. Tell us where you taught at and what you taught.
Well, I started teaching in Owatonna 1987, came to the high school, taught special ed there for 6 years.
Oh my, okay.
Went to McKinley, taught 5th grade for 5 years, and now this is my last 19 years at Washington teaching 4th grade.
Whoa, and it's rather unusual to have a male figure in the elementary school?
Well, for the longest time, I was the only 4th grade male teacher that I knew of, and then now I'm currently working with Adam Drever from Medford, so it's been 3 years working with another male teacher, so it's been kind of
nice.
It's been awesome.
All right. Why did you decide to go into teaching?
I wanted to go into special education, and I did that for 8 years total, and I have 2 deaf brothers, a deaf sister, and And I lived in Faribault, and we have a state hospital, a deaf school, blind school. So I was intrigued on that stuff, and then I picked up elementary ed in the way as well. But elementary is I like that field better.
Do you? Okay, all right. And tell me, of 30 years of teaching, what have you learned from your students?
I think the kids have not changed. I think the kids, it's a family situation that may have changed, but I think kids, they want to learn. They want to, if you give them, you push them and you're honest with them, they'll surprise you. And I think that every year a new group of kids come in and you try to get that out of them.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you so much.
Okay.
Hand the microphone over to Amy here. Okay, so Amy, give us your name. Where did you teach? Where are you teaching and what grade level?
Okay, I'm Amy Henriksen and I teach at Lincoln School.
Okay.
I've taught 30 years total, 15 at Lincoln, 2 at Washington, and 13 at Wilson.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah, so I've taught every grade level now.
Made the rounds, haven't
I
you?
have, everywhere but McKinley. So that's the only one I guess I'm not going to maybe finish out with, but yeah, it's been a good run.
Good, good. Why did you decide to become a teacher?
My dad was an elementary principal, and my grandfather was an educator too.
Okay.
So I've grown up with education, and
osmosis in the air.
Yeah, kind of. Even my daughter's a high school English teacher in Owatonna now. So we have quite a few generations, and it's just something I've always wanted to do. I had wonderful, wonderful elementary teachers, and I always looked up to them, and just never wanted to do anything else.
Okay. What have the rewards been the past 30 years?
Well, everything is different. Every day is different. Sometimes I get tired of hearing my name, Mrs. Henriksen, and so I treasure the weekends or a dark matinee on a Friday afternoon where no one knows my name. But it's been totally rewarding. Every age, every development stage of grade that I've taught has totally been worthwhile. I learn every day from the kids, and I don't think they get that. I always tell them at the end of the year, I've learned more from you than you maybe learned from me.
Which brings me to my next question. What have the children taught you?
Oh, humility. Humility. You never say never. I learned that with my own 2 girls. I learn a freshness and a newness for life every day. Kids are honest, they're true, they're the purest form of soul. And I think each day I go in and I just learn so much from them. And I have kids that come back when they graduate and say thank you, and I'm like, no, thank you. Honestly, I don't think they get it that we don't forget them.
Yes,
we don't forget them.
That's right.
And there's some we're going to remember more than others. However, they truly are our family, and it's really important that they get that someday. So I hope that's what they take away from it, because I take a lot away from them. So.
What an amazing attitude.
Yeah.
Great. So you can pass that on to Julie.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
So Julie, you're the last one of the trio here.
I am.
So tell us your full name and what you've done in the Owatonna School District, because I know you've worn a lot of different hats over the years.
Yeah. I'm Julie Mahan, and I have been in the district for 30 years. I started my career as a 4th grade teacher at Lincoln, and I taught for about 10 years with some really, really great people, made lots of good bonding relationships with people, and of course, absolutely love the kids. But at that point in my career, I was ready for something different, and I had an opportunity to become one of the coordinators for gifted services for the district.
Oh, okay. Very important.
And so I worked with a great gal for many, many years, Jane Voxland, and about 5 or 6 years ago, she retired. So since then, I have been the coordinator for the entire district.
Wow. Both grade school and high school?
K-12.
K-12, wow.
Yeah.
It's quite a responsibility. So why did you decide to get into education?
I think back about that, I guess I just always knew that that's what I wanted to do. I was drawn to young people, and I guess I wanted to find a career that I could feel really, really good about, that I was making a difference in the world, and that was what kind of brought me to education, I guess.
And you never really know what kind of a difference you make, but you make a huge difference.
I've been fortunate enough over the years to have conversations with students that I had a very long time ago, or even parents, and I tell my husband, you know what, that is my bonus. It may not be a financial bonus, but it is better than any financial bonus, because it brings more warmth to my heart to know that I did make a difference in someone's life. So.
Wow, that's beyond treasure.
Yeah.
That's beyond. That's a treasure within itself. Well, thank you so much for your 30 years of service to the Owatonna Public School District, and we wish you a number of years more until you decide it's time to retire.
All right. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Glenn Mager.
And I'm Michael Mager with the Brick Mager Funeral Home and the Medford Funeral Home. At Brick Mager, we are privileged to have served the families of Steele County community for 118 years.
Whether you choose traditional burial or cremation, we promise the tribute your loved one deserves with the peace of mind that you require.
We are proud to be part of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hello, my name is Katie Marshall. A year ago, my family and I became homeless. We were scared and alone. Today, with the help of Steele County Transitional Housing and generous donors like you, my family and I are safely housed. I am working, going to college, paying my rent on time. My children have a warm bed to sleep in every night. My family and I are so grateful for this second chance. Please help others in need by donating to Transitional Housing today. Everyone deserves a safe place to live.
And we're here with three of the best looking guys in the room, and they're all 25 or 30-year teachers. And Dave, we will start with you, please, if you want to pass the microphone over. Tell us your name and where you have taught and what you have taught here at Owatonna.
I'm Dave Chatelaine. I started teaching in 1981 at Totino Grace High School in Fridley.
Okay.
Taught there for 5 years and then moved to Owatonna in 1985. Taught for 3 years and we had some cutbacks, so I was laid off for a couple years, but then came back in 1990 and been here ever since. Teaching industrial tech at the junior high and the high school.
Oh, okay, all right. What is industrial tech?
Well, in the old days they used to call it shop. But everything is more high technology now,
Absolutely.
So we're working with computers and things like that.
Oh, wow, wonderful. Why did you decide to become a teacher, Dave?
Well, I had good teachers when I was in high school, one of those being my high school cross-country and track coach, and just looked like a real good profession. I enjoy kids, and I had a lot of good mentors coming along.
Absolutely. So tell me, what have you learned from your students over the years?
Well, I guess I've learned how to be patient.
That's a big thing.
Yeah, and then just learned about some of the new technology, like cell phones and things like that. Yeah. I'm still kind of old school, but yeah.
It's hard to teach an old dog new tricks.
That's right. Yeah,
kind of?
yeah.
Okay. What have the rewards been for you?
Well, being here in this community since 1985, I've really enjoyed seeing former students grow up and become adults, and right now I'm able to have the privilege of teaching some of my students' kids.
That's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
That's a lot of fun. Well, thank you so much for your 30 years of service to the children of Owatonna, and pass the microphone over. And we have here, what is your name?
I'm Greg Sullivan.
Okay, Greg. And how many years have you taught here in Owatonna?
This is my 25th year of teaching, and I've been in Owatonna all 25 years.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yep.
And what is it that you teach?
I teach at the high school. I teach chemistry and science.
Whoa, okay. Yep. Something that I was not good at.
That's what every time I say that, so that's what I get for an answer. Same thing.
Exactly. So why did you decide to become a teacher?
My mom and my dad were both licensed teachers. My mom actually didn't teach, but my dad did teach until he retired.
Okay.
And then I did go into research when I went to college, but I decided I didn't want to work with chemicals. I wanted to work with people. So I decided to change over when I was a junior and switch over to teaching.
And then why chemistry?
I've always enjoyed science. I'm a very logical sequence type of guy, so that kind of fit perfectly with what I do. And it's a great subject to be teaching because you can always do hands-on activities. You don't have to sit and look in a book.
Right, exactly. What have you learned from your students over the past 25 years?
I learned that a lot of students come with a lot of different backgrounds, but all of them can still learn, and a lot of them get enthusiasm or excited when they actually learn something that they think is difficult. Okay. So in chemistry, that's always been a big deal. Most kids think it's going to be really hard, but then when we get through it, they realize that they all can do it.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your 25 years of teaching here in Owatonna.
Thank you.
And last but not least, who do we have with us here?
Okay, my name is Van Swank, and I teach at the high school. I've been teaching for 25 years here, and I teach mainly chemistry, science, mainly chemistry.
Okay, so two brainiacs, one right after the other.
Both came the same year.
Oh, wow, that's wonderful. So why did you decide to become a teacher, Van?
Well, very similar to Greg also. My dad was a teacher and a coach, and my brother and my sister both teachers and coaches. So I just kind of grew up in the educational process, and it felt natural to me.
Oh, okay. Yep. Okay, all right. And why chemistry then? Was that something that you really liked when you were in high school?
Yeah, science always been very interesting to me, and I also like math a lot, and chemistry we sometimes say is like applied math.
Okay, all right. What have you learned from your students over the last 25 years?
I would say one of the things I've learned from them is to not take myself so seriously and to learn to relax a little bit.
Okay, that's great. Well, gentlemen, thank you so very much for joining us today. Thank you for your years of service to the students here in Owatonna. And audience, please stay with us. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Amy Swain Hearing Centers is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Dr. Amy Swain, and I want everyone to hear better.
Hi, this is Barry Gillespie, president of ERA Gillespie Real Estate, where our pledge is to save you money, save you time, and simplify your life. And we're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
Well, welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. It's time for some community announcements. Effective immediately, Allina Health has implemented restricted visitor guidelines to protect all patients, visitors, volunteers, and staff due to the current measles outbreak. Children under the age of 5 are asked not to visit the hospital unless seeking medical care. All children ages 10 and under must wear a mask while in the hospital, and anyone with a cough or sore throat should wear a mask while at the hospital. The next afternoon support group for caregivers assisting people with Alzheimer's or another dementia will be on Tuesday, May 16th, 2017 from 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. The support group is held at the Owatonna Public Library in the third floor small conference room adjacent to the Gainey Room. For more information, please contact Deb Gillard at 507-213-1305 or gillard.deb@gmail.com. The 2017 For the Paws Golf Tournament, hosted by Reggie's Brewhouse, benefiting the Steele County Humane Society, will be on Saturday, May 20th at Brooktree Golf Course in Owatonna. Shotgun start at 12 noon, $200 per team includes a golf cart. Silent auction and beer bash at Reggie's Brewhouse after the tournament ends. Saturday, May 20th, recycling collection from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Retrofit Companies on Hoffman Drive in the old Walmart building. Bring all of your recyclables, fluorescent lamps, batteries, ballasts, all kinds of TV, computer monitors, appliances. There'll be a paper shredder. You can bring some of your paper in. Bring all of that there. Again, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Retrofit Companies. The Steele County Historical Society will be hosting a vintage and perennial plant sale on Saturday, May 20th, 2017 at the Village of Yesteryear Carriage House. The sale will be held from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Steele County Historical Society is accepting donations of vintage items and perennials for the sale. We will accept most vintage items such as antiques, dinnerware, furniture, and more, but will not accept clothing, books, magazines, or record albums. Call SCHS at 507-451-1420 to schedule an appointment or pick up or delivery of your items. The sale will be set up on the south side of the village between the carriage house and the print shop. For more information, or again, to call Steele County Historical Society at 507-451-1420. A free event coming up. It's called Unplug and Play. It's Party in the Park, Saturday, May 20th at 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Manthe. It is National Kids to Park Day, and we're celebrating with a party in the park. Enjoy free activities at Manthe. Take your turn at the bounce house, play nature, hunt bingo, and learn how to play pickleball. Fill up for lunch with Papa Murphy's Pizza and Kona Ice. Normal rates for pizza and Kona Ice. Come and celebrate with us. Again, Party in the Park, Saturday, May 20th at Manthe from 11 to 1. Habitat for Humanity of Steele County, Steele-Waseca area is hosting a volunteer appreciation breakfast on Thursday, May 25th from 6:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. at Trinity Lutheran Church, Owatonna. To reserve a spot, call Ellen at 507-446-0112, extension number 2. And we also have movies in the park on Friday, June 16th at Central Park. The rain date will be the 17th. We'll have also a movie in the date. Let's see, that one is going to be will be Trolls. I don't know much of these, I don't think, but anyway, Trolls. You do. The Great Outdoors will be on Friday, July 14th at Brown Park. And then watch for the Facebook page to vote for your choice. Again, Friday, August 11 at Central Park, rain date of August 12th. Grab your lawn chair, blanket, and enjoy a night under the stars. Concessions will be available. LTO announces its 2017-2018 play schedule. The fall play Shrek the Musical, directed by Sandy Hardy-Hagen. Holiday play Memories, Moments, and Music, directed by Kathy Purdy and Gayleen Steckelberg. Winter play Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, directed by Jeffrey Jackson. And the spring play My Man Godfrey, a comedy directed by John Terrell. And the summer play Seussical, a musical directed by Bree Velsky. And that's going to take care of it for today. We sure do want to have you back on Wednesday when we'll have more about Pet Adoption Day, and we'll also have an update from OPU. Thanks for being with us today, and we'll hope to see you back on Wednesday.